Sometimes the road to change begins with a single call and a long, winding road. This is the story of our journey to Menyamya District, deep in the mountains between Merobe and Gulf Province, Papua New Guinea. Our mission? To conduct an aerial survey over Menyamya Station's existing health center, part of an ambitious redevelopment plan led by the local Member of Parliament, Honorable Solin Loy Fa. The goal? To transform the small, aging facility into a modern hospital that truly serves the people of Menyamya. After wrapping up our previous project in Port Moresby, the request came in quickly. By Saturday afternoon, we were on an Air New Guinea flight bound for Leh, our base before the long inland journey. We spent the night in Leh. On Sunday morning, rations, fuel, drone gear, survey equipment, GCP markers, and cargoes, everything packed tight. By 11 a.m., our six-man team rolled out of Leh, heading toward the highlands. The journey from Leh to Menyamya is no ordinary drive. From the flat Markham Plains, the road begins its climb in the Wampar communities, winding through Bulolo, weaving between valleys, rivers, and towering ridges. The scenery is breathtaking and brutal at times. Our lead vehicle, the Menyamya District Project Officers, guided us deeper into the mountains. Most locals travel this stretch by PMV trucks, packed with people, bags of coffee, garden food, and fuel drums tied to the sides. It's the lifeline that connects the highland villages to Bulolo and Leh. We were told the road is in much better shape now than it used to be. Back in the early days, it could take a full day or more just to make it through. Even so, every bend and climb reminds you just how remote Menyamya really is, tucked deep in the mountains, where the road itself feels like part of the adventure. Thankfully, our vehicle of choice was a Toyota Land Cruiser 10-seater, a machine built for the wild. As the sun dipped behind the ridges, the road narrowed and the air grew colder. We finally rolled into Menyamya Station just after 7 p.m. Within minutes of checking in, kettles were boiling, coffee was flowing, and our team was back in work mode, prepping ground control point markers. The next morning, we woke to the chill of mountain air and the soft sound of birds echoing through the valley. Mist clung to the hillsides, wrapping Menyamya in a calm, almost dreamlike silence. Before the day's work began, we took the drone up for a short flight, just to take it all in. From above, the view was breathtaking. Rolling valleys blanketed in cloud, pine trees standing tall along the ridges, rivers winding gently through the land below. It's one of those moments that remind you how beautiful Papua New Guinea really is, raw, untouched, and alive. After that quick drone flight and some breakfast, we were ready to hit the field. We met up with the district engineers and health center staff, carried out a brief site inspection, and developed our execution plan. Our area of interest was the existing health center, about 14 hectares in size, set on elevated ground and bordered by a winding river. The site included several service buildings and staff housing for nurses. We began by setting up the base station and rover then moved on to placing ground control points across the area. Once the GCPs were in position, we prepared our flight mission, and within 10 minutes, the drone was in the air. While the drone carried out its mission, the remote pilot maintained line of sight with spotters on standby, as the rest of the team marked out building corners and facility boundaries for a detailed ground survey pickup. The drone flight took approximately 30 minutes to complete. All data captured, both aerial and ground survey, were precisely tied to existing permanent survey marks, ensuring positional accuracy across the entire site. In total, we covered around 74 hectares. This extended beyond the main health center area, as we included surrounding terrain to provide better spatial context for planning and design. Data processing was carried out using 6 precisely surveyed ground control points. The final adjustment resulted in an RMS error of just 0.008 meters. That's less than a centimeter. Such precision demonstrates the reliability and confidence one can have in the dataset for engineering design, mapping, and future development applications. From this aerial survey, several key deliverables were produced, including dense point cloud files, orthomosaic imagery, and digital surface models, DSMs. From these models, contours were generated at 1 to 10 meter intervals, depending on the intended use. All outputs were compiled into detailed survey plans featuring the high-resolution drone Orthomosaic as the base map, overlaid with accurate topographic contours. These deliverables were prepared and handed over to the Menyamya District Development Authority, providing them with high-quality geospatial data to support design, infrastructure planning, and development decisions.